Welcome, everybody, and thank you for taking the time to join us in our Dealership Experience Platform webinar series. My name is Anu Roberts. I'm the Senior Director of Product Marketing for Modern Retail here at CDK. And joining me today is a few of our leaders that are going to help showcase some of our solutions around digital retail, CRM, and F&I. In our session, we're going to be talking about really the latest modern retail updates and some very exciting new enhancements we're working on. A little bit of housekeeping, feel free to use the Q&A feature. If questions come up along the way, we're going to do our best to answer them at the very end. And we have a very packed agenda, so I'm going to go ahead and get us kicked off here. So we all know that really the retail workflow is complicated. Buying and selling a car isn't easy with all the multiple systems and workflows operating in the front office. And if you look at all the steps across the customer's lifetime journey, from engaging to building to connecting, presenting, transacting, finalizing, and retaining, there's a lot of room for friction in the process as, a workflow sort of hands off to the next workflow and or system and or person, right? And so all those frictions really erodes the efficiencies and the quality of the experience. And especially, when you're looking across, like I said, the multiple solutions, the journey may not be linear. You might not have the lack of flexibility, or or you have a lack of flexibility to really complete those key steps and pick up the journey when and how the consumer wants. Some of that broken data really causes rekeying, duplication, and mistakes, fragmenting the experience and really the overall workflow. And also communications and engagements aren't streamlined, and they don't give the dealership a full picture so that they can take proper action at the right time. So to solve for these pain points, we just need to make it easier to buy and sell. And that sounds very simple, and we all know that that's complicated. So we're really focused here at CDK on streamlining that lifetime retail journey. And we're reimagining the sales and F&I workflows to be more efficient and offer a more streamlined experience so that you're engaging and retaining customers with a unified workflow. You're able to support a connected experience, both online and in store, as the consumer's moving across in the sales transaction process. And especially integrating the back end so that data flows accurately across all of those workflows. Our vision is a connected consumer to really buying the dealer buying journey that unifies those workflows, unifies the data, as well as making it a lot easier for the users, from the consumer to the salesperson, to the sales manager, to the F&I manager. We're looking at across the way how we can really reimagine those workflows. So today we're really excited to share and show you how we're reimagining our workflows by optimizing and evolving them. And really this transformation is happening across our dealership experience platform of solutions. So being able to offer you that seamless experience across our platform. I'm not going to go into all of these, but these new workflows are really designed to drive efficiency by truly streamlining the experience, eliminating redundancies to keep users in a single workflow, removing unnecessary steps. They also have an intuitive design that you'll start to see as we showcase some of this, to reduce the learning curve. So it's easier to use, easier to train. So as you hire new employees, they can get up to speed quickly. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to turn it over to Jen Miller to talk a little bit about what's going on in the digital retail space.
Thank you, Anu. So just as Anu commented, working with the digital presentation side and talking about digital retail, specifically over this last year, we have really focused on that process of the consumer journey and what that looks like from the time that they start their deal online to the time that they come into the showroom. We are seeing that folks are really looking for more of that trust and transparency and that simplified process, just as Anu had mentioned. So flexibility of being able to present a custom deal to a consumer in store or at home has been something that we've really been focused on. Something as simple as having everything in one screen and being able to present with a full view of the deal that maybe they've created or the deal that the dealer is presenting in one screen without having to click or scroll to open and move about has been a something we've really been working on in this last year and will continue to develop and enhance as we move forward, really working on that connected deal journey. As I said, we're looking at ways that we can have more of an at a glance view and adding automation into that. What are things that we can be doing? Can we be integrating more into our full process? So talking about the modern retail credit and credit documents being able to transfer directly into the digital deal jacket, having the ability for a consumer to sign digitally. These are the types of things and enhancements that we're working on in the digital retail space moving forward. Again, to really look at how you're transacting business and focusing on that efficiency for both the customer and the dealer. Something else we're looking at, and just as I said, is documents and how can we make those more electronic? Can they be e-signable? Can we do more upload, quick digital conversions with their driver's license, their insurance card, and ways that we can pull that data in to reduce those friction points, those maybe tougher conversations that you might have to have with a customer, and really make that process much easier viewing in a single document. And then again, just really opening up that trust and transparency that everyone is looking for in today's retail market. Now we're going to talk about desking enhancements. These really do live inside our CRM, but one of the things that we are focusing on currently and will be really focusing on, as we've mentioned, that full connected journey within the front office. So we talk about really making that seamless transition from digital retail to CRM and back to digital retail. Things that we're working on right now are really looking at that continued focus on functionality, the direct dealer, based on direct dealer feedback we're hearing, they really want to have a more efficient and stream process. And therefore, we're looking at ways that we can make that easier. Updating the UI is a big piece for us. We've talked about how we can make things look and feel very similar all the way through our full front end. So you will see more of that to come as we move forward in the coming months and in 2025. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Amber Good, who is our lead product marketer on the CRM, and she's going to take you through a lot of the exciting things that we've been working on in that space.
Thanks so much, Jen. And yes, we have a ton of exciting things going on in the CRM space. Starting with Ava. AI has moved past being a buzzword, and it is front and center for dealerships that are wanting to improve their efficiency. We launched Ava last year, and it is our artificial intelligence virtual assistant. Ava is designed to allow dealers to have better lead engagement, long-term follow-up, and ultimately schedule more appointments from their internet opportunities that are pouring into dealerships each day. We know that stores are inundated with opportunities, and Ava helps surface your lowest funnel customers to your sales team, allowing them to focus on buyers in front of them and give them the best possible experience. Since the launch last year, we've made a ton of enhancements. We integrated SSO to further strengthen the security of those conversations and customer information for our dealers. And we started work to truly make it fully embedded into our system. Our goal from day one was for Ava to be an extension of your sales team, working in the same workflow as a salesperson or BDC agent. And you'll hear me say a lot about being deeply embedded. And we know that anything that doesn't make your life easier and your customer's experience better simply just isn't good enough anymore. You'll see that common theme today, that we want your team to work efficiently and for your customers to be happy with their experience. One enhancement that we've made is summary notifications. Now, when Ava is ready to hand off an opportunity to your sales team, they will receive a summary of the conversation along with the next steps that need to be taken. So if I talk to Ava for a week about what I'm looking to purchase and then I'm ready for someone to give me a trade value, my salesperson will know the highlights of my conversation with Ava and what I'm expecting when they reach out. Another enhancement is our knowledge-based learning. AI is fantastic for answering questions and relieving salespeople of many mundane tasks. What we found when we spoke with our dealers is they wanted their virtual assistant to know as much as possible about their dealership. With knowledge-based learning, Ava will be even more configurable than before, allowing it to be trained as an extension of your team. Looking to the second half of this year, we are expanding Ava to reach out to additional uptypes. We've seen a huge impact on internet opportunities, and we're excited to expand that reach into showroom opportunities and marketing later this year. You will continue to hear a common theme that our plans for CRM are to simplify how you reach your customers. In this effort to simplify communication for our dealers, we're rolling out a new unified inbox to our CRM users that will bring all customer replies into one conversations inbox. Users will be able to see customer conversations with text and email in one common thread, eliminating the need to toggle back and forth between two inboxes. As we go through this year, you will eventually see all communication types, including AI conversations. Again, everything that we're focused on helps save time so that sales are more efficient, and we're trying to help remove as much friction as possible for the best, most seamless workflow for your sales team. Our next addition to the CRM is a personalized AI-powered dashboard that puts everything your sales team needs front and center, so they can focus on what they do best, which is selling cars. The salesperson's homepage will include all necessary key task and workflow starters in one simple UI. AI will organize and prioritize tasks, appointments, and messages with our new priority feed. Appointments are easily scannable to the salesperson, so they can quickly understand what time they have available and when they have pre-planned commitments during the course of the day. Their recent messages with email and text messages will be aggregated into one single view on the same page. Today's customers will bring a quick view of the customers that they will be interacting with that day, as well as an AI summary based on the information shared in the communication history. That'll include videos, interactions with Ava, as well as customer details from phone calls and anything else in the customer history from past transactions with the dealership. All of this matters because it boosts efficiency. We want to reduce time spent on administrative tasks so sales teams can focus on their customers. We understand that salespeople are all over the place. We want them to work efficiently no matter where they are. We're enhancing our mobile application for the front office with our new industry-leading AI-enabled video solution. We know video is memorable and it's proven to help increase lead responses. Customers love getting a video of a car that they're excited about test driving, and our OEMs are pushing for video to be part of your first quality response. We're making it incredibly simple to create and send videos through text and email from the CRM to engage with your buyers and schedule more appointments. Our new AI-enabled video solution includes voiceover capability, transcription on screen, language translation, noise canceling, picture-in-picture recording, and editing capabilities. We're making this a frictionless experience as we recognize that salespeople are on the move. They're often running in and out of the building, going from desktop to their mobile application. So we've also built in a handoff from the computer to the mobile app. It will recognize the customer record that you're working on and allow you to pick up right where you left off and seamlessly transition from a mobile app to your desktop. Let's take a look at quick demo video of video, just to show you how quick and easy it is to use and send a video to your customers for better engagements and lead responses. There's picture-in-picture so you can show the car, but also keep it personal and add a face to a name for your customers. There's video clarity and stabilization already built in. You can easily send the video to your customers right from your phone. It picks up all of your active contacts from the CRM. You can attach their vehicle of interest. You can email and text message at the same time. There's also advanced reporting that'll give you everything that you want to know about your video. You can see the level of engagement. You can also see the utilization from your staff. And there's a customizable landing page that can be set up for the salesperson or dealership. Think of it like a digital business card. When it comes over to the customer, it comes over on a nice landing page so that it doesn't look like spam, helping you create a polished professional experience for your customers. I know that was quick, but hopefully that gives you a sense of how you can quickly and easily use better video for better sales engagements that your customers want while seamlessly being built into your CRM. All right. One of the investments that we've also made recently is in our reporting capabilities. We know that reporting fuels your ability to make decisions for your business, and providing reporting to you that's easily understood and actionable was a really important evolution for us as we were making enhancements in the CRM. Our data team spent a ton of time standardizing all of the data so that you could reference one dashboard each day. Our new approach to analytics in the CRM starts by taking your most commonly used reports and displaying them in a graphic representation that's configurable to the user preferences. So if you're a sales manager and you want to see a high-level overview of your store, you can do that. If you're an internet manager and you only want to focus on those opportunities, you can save that preference and see that as well. The initial reports combine our 5 most used reports: traffic management, lead statistic summaries, appointment performance, internet sales status, and user activity performance, all into one view. Future phases of analytics will add more reports and give the user ability to save report designs and parameters for their future use. This dashboard is highly customizable and configurable, so you can see the KPIs that you want to see. It's also a great addition for dealer partners who have multiple rooftops. From your dashboard, you'll be able to easily compare all of your stores or just a select few by checkmarking a few boxes and adding a filter. We're really excited that this is in all of our stores now and look forward to the next iterations that are coming hereafter. AI equity mining is unlocking new sales opportunities. We know that this is a space that everyone cares deeply about. As shoppers are hesitant to come into the market because of interest rates and price of vehicles, the service drive is a great place to find incremental sales, driving brand and dealership loyalty. With AI equity mining, dealerships can proactively identify sales opportunities directly from the service drive, turning those routine visits into high-value engagements. AI analyzes customer data to prioritize outreach efforts, ensuring that you're connecting with the right buyers at the right time. Personalized marketing campaigns predict purchasing behavior, helping dealers boost retention and brand loyalty. Inequity identifiers on the desk log, in the service drive, and service lane tool ensure strategic conversations happen when they matter most. Our team spent a good amount of time updating our AI model for the most accuracy possible and adding additional data points last year. Our propensity to buy score is the probability that a customer is in the market to buy a vehicle. Majority of those opportunities are being scored on inactive customers or someone living in your database that hasn't actively been shopping. The service that calculates the probability is based on supervised AI model using data collected from dealerships. When we are using a large set of data points from the customer's vehicle and previous purchases, we expose the top 5 features that contributed to the customer's score so the dealer has more trust in that score. Our feedback from dealer users that are using other equity mining tools that offered a score showed that they had a lot of distrust when they had no visibility into what went into that score and why they may have been ranked as a high probability to buy. So far, our predictions are accurate over 60% of the time, with customers scored as high, creating sales opportunities within the next 30 days. By leveraging those AI-driven insights, your dealership can enhance enhance engagement, drive revenue, and create a more personalized buying experience. Now, Jason will share what's new with F&I.
Thanks so much, Amber. I appreciate it. So as we've been talking about through this whole process and what a new start with, what we're focusing on is efficiency in the front end, and there's no difference with F&I. We're going to start with that efficiency enhancements with eSign. One of the things that we've done this year is we've redesigned our eSign platform. A lot of you as dealers are using this today, and I know that you like the flexibility of it. So what our redesign is about is really just bringing more efficiencies, faster load times. We've removed the per form loading time for your customers, so it's actually looks and feels like one large document. So again, much faster, a much better experience for the consumer. We've also added a lot of new signature capture options for the customers whenever they go through and sign. So again, sounds like a small thing, but it's just adding to those efficiencies and hopefully making that F&I office workflow much more not only efficient, but faster. We're in pilot with this right now. So if you're interested in being a pilot, please reach out to your customer success manager or to your rep, and we can definitely get you started on that. This is looking at a Q2 release. So you're going to actually start to see some things popping up in your system about this so you can kind of get ready for it. The next thing that we're doing along the same lines of forms is the digital deal jacket. A lot of you use this. A lot of this is the cornerstone of F&I to keep forms in one place, organized, searchable, so that you can manage your entire document process in the F&I office. So what we're doing with this is not only reimagining what it looks like, but we're also bringing, again, efficiencies to it, where you can now reorder forms. You can now go right into the e-sign process right from within inside of the digital deal jacket, so you're not having to jump into another portal like you have to today. So again, those small efficiencies for the F&I manager will lead to those more speedy processes in the F&I office overall. We also have flexibility with it. So like I said, you can not only reorder items, but you can also pack documents together, meaning that you can select documents, save them as a completely different document with maybe 3 or 4 documents in a pack if your dealership wants to use that. So just like eSign, we are in pilot with this right now. So again, if you're interested, please let us know. But again, this is going to be a late Q2 release. So again, you'll start to see a lot of information coming out to you to get you ready for this. Next is around the documents that you sign. Over the last few years, we've been working really hard to get as many lenders into our workflow as possible so that you as a dealer can sign those securely and compliance-wise with that lender in our system. So you have a single signing ceremony when it comes to the lender documents, and you're not jumping out of the workflow to sign the contract, different from all the other documents you sign in F&I. So we're up to 26 states now with 84 lenders. We keep adding to that. In fact, we'll be in all 50 states by end of the second quarter of this calendar year. So if you have not yet been able to take advantage of this, please keep close to your reps so that you know as soon as your state becomes available. Like I said, we continually always add more lenders. One of the newest lenders that we are piloting with now in Florida and Texas is BMW and Mini. As a lot of you know that work with BMW and Mini, they have their own portal called Infobon, and that's where you usually sign that contract. But we're now going to be bringing that contract into our workflow so that you don't have to jump out and access it outside of it. So a lot of new stuff coming from an e-contracting perspective. So those are some short-term items. What we're also now looking at is where are we going with F&I overall? So we call it the evolution of F&I. And that is kind of a ground up restructure of the F&I system to this new F&I. Why we're doing this? Obviously, our F&I system is very robust in the market. It's been out there for 40 plus years. Almost, more than 50% of dealers use it every day. So it's a great F&I system, but we know that there's always new people coming into the F&I office, and we want to make sure it's as simplistic for them as possible. We also want to build intelligence into it, and that's what we're doing with forms, so we can auto suggest forms based on how your dealership actually works in the system. And we also want to make sure that that streamlined process continues in F&I from the rest of the CDK front end, so that we're getting away from integration as much as just picking up the deal in F&I from what you did earlier on in the workflow. So we're moving to one single calc engine. This is going to be a large project, a large road ahead with you as our dealers. So we're going to start pilot late Q2, but really this entire calendar year and early next is going to be all about pilot and beta and to get as many of you in interactive with us as possible so we can make sure to get it right. So looking forward to that. And I will switch it over back to Anu to talk about what's coming next in webinars.
Yeah, thanks everybody. I know that was a lot. I also wanted to let you guys know that we have our Dealership Experience Platform webinar series continue with a few more sessions over the next 2 weeks. And they'll also be on demand. So if you miss one or you want to invite a colleague to attend, you can register at the link cdk.com/forward focused. And with that, we hope these updates and sort of sneak peeks of what's coming really excite you as much as it does us and our team. And if you'd like some more information or would like to be part of some of these pilots to help shape our development for some of these new enhancements and features, please reach out to your CDK customer success or sales rep. So with that, I want to extend a big thank you for myself, Jen, Amber, Jason, for joining us on this webinar. And thank you so much for your partnership. And at this time, let's open it up to Q&A. I know we only have a few minutes, but we'll try to get as many questions as we can here. So if you have a question, please go ahead and type it into the Q&A feature. Okay, so it looks like I have a question coming in, and Amber, this one is CRM related, and the question is My Day available in CRM today?
My Day is currently going into pilot with anticipation of it being ready for the greater user base by Q3.
Great. Jason, there's one about F&I. You talked about the new F&I. Will this replace how we access and work with F&I today?
Eventually it will. So as you know of going into the F&I system today, this will actually take you through Unify into the new F&I. Obviously though, for pilot and beta and for a good runway, we're going to have both systems working together and speaking together so that you can jump between both of them. But yes, eventually our goal is that this will overtake what you know of as F&I today.
Great. Amber, another question for you around Ava. What are dealerships seeing with Ava as far as KPIs go?
Yeah, great question. Our dealerships that have started with Ava are seeing consistently a 25% increase of appointments scheduled from those internet opportunities coming in each month.
Great. And it looks like we have another one coming in. And Jen, this is for one that you could answer. Are we still seeing that digital retail is an important solution in dealerships?
Absolutely. One of the things that we have seen in our friction point study showed that, a larger share of dealers are really using digital retail to support their sales staff. And what we have seen is a little bit of a shift in, incorporating it into their showroom, but we are seeing really good results from the folks that are using it. And that showroom presentation is up. So we are actually really wanting folks to continue to dive into digital retail and utilize it not only as an online lead presence, which I think has historically been what people have thought of it as, but really looking at it as that opportunity to take that information that the consumer has put in at home and use that inside the showroom with them.
Yeah, that's great. It's this is just a great area of opportunity that we see across a lot of dealerships because it's an investment that you're already invested in. A lot of our dealers that we see already invested in digital retail tools. So why not bring that in, to your point, Jen, and connect it into the consumer journey, not just on the front end, but along the ways, so you could drive that consistency and connection of not just the experience, but also the data that flows across. So that's great. Okay, well, we are right on the dot on time. So I just want to thank you again. Appreciate the time spent. And again, if you have any questions or would like to dive into any of this with us in more detail, reach out to your customer success or sales rep. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.